Alright everyone, here we are with ticker symbol RKT, Rocket Companies Inc. And before I jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, welcome back, and let's jump into this chart. So Rocket Companies has been in a downfall. I mean, we've been seeing it for days now, and every single day I talk about if it doesn't break through 1830, 1820 something, 1838, anywhere around that area of that 1820 to 1830 mark, right? Until we get there, we can zoom in and see the exact numbers. But as of right now, until that's not broken through, which are the lowest points that this stock has reached after that rise and quick fall, this stock is still in the potential of having an opportunity to rise up from here and have a bullish run. Now, when will that happen? Honestly, there's an uncertainty. I mean, earnings was spectacular. I always go back to that. And it was a great surprise in a good way. And I can only imagine the next earnings. Now, what has caused this fall? I really don't know. At first, it was profit taking, in my opinion. And then all of a sudden, uncertainty has kicked in and fear. And as it's been going lower and lower, more and more people are actually doing stop losses probably and saying, you know what, if it's about to hit this number by tomorrow, I'm going to get out of this because I've been holding this for X amount of time and I don't know much about the company. I mean, there's just so many variables. But honestly, I'm not quite sure what has had this fall in this way. I know the buildup here was until earnings, and earnings rose this up to $34 and some change. So $34 is a very important number right now for the bulls to hit newer highs and see this hit newer resistance levels. I mean, that's the highest valuation from this stock within the last couple of months. Now, it's down at 1993, and volume for it hasn't been that high. I mean, if we go ahead and look at the volume here, and you go ahead and put it in here in my stock screener, volume has been, 6 million, 7 million. This is their market cap, and here we are seeing a rating of a strong sell. I'm not quite sure if the strong sell is something that is going to be for long or if that's a rating in the short term, but that's what this is showing. But beyond that, this stock, Rocket Companies Inc., has been in a very bearish run. There could be uncertainty, like I said, fear, or people saying, okay, this is about to hit another low, let me get out, I don't want to hold this, and so forth. So again, those are variables and everything that I'm stating, but something I'm noticing is that it's holding up nicely above $19, and it's also holding above the $18 mark that I've been stating. No matter what's going on every day, it's just kind of going sideways. So that's a good sign in the sense of there's a lot of people invested in this company that probably believe in it and that it could probably have a turnaround. But let's go ahead and see here what is going on for Rocket Company. So it hit highs here and it broke through resistance at 2032 and quickly fell down and leveled off. And it hit new lows. It hit lows of 1986. So we're going to move this to their new locations and see what we want to see for tomorrow. So this is actually incredible how the resistance level from yesterday actually slightly turned into today's. But I'm going to move this up to talk about this way up here a little bit more broader and less narrower, because even if it starts to rise up, until it breaks the 50-day moving average, we won't have any momentum or control for the bulls. Now, yes, breaking through these small resistance levels as it's going up is great, but this highest point will actually signify that it's getting closer and gives us a sense of direction of where this one's going. So let's go ahead and see here what is going on. So the chart is showing us, right, that our resistance level is way up here, and it is 2033. If the bulls can break through 2033, they're working the way up closer to the 50-day moving average. They're breaking through the highest point where the rejection started, and then started to fall down to newer lows, and so forth. So 2033 is a good point to keep in mind, and it's not that far from the 50-day moving average. Our 50-day moving average is 2035. So the bulls want to break through 2035. If they can accomplish breaking through 2033 and turn that into a support, the bulls could be on their way to newer highs and breaking through the 50-day moving average and getting back into bullish territory. Once they accomplish that, their next goal is to hit newer highs and new resistance levels and pull further away from the 50-day moving average as much as possible. Super important for the bulls to do so. But before even getting to the 50-day moving average, they need to break through 2033, turn that into a support, and start to work their way up to newer highs. Now, if you want to have a more narrow stretch, it would be right here at 2014. To keep that in mind, you can go ahead and write that down, and that can give you a sense of direction of where this is going. But 2033 will definitely confirm that this could possibly get back into bullish territory. Now, it closed off at 1993, and for the bears, that's their goal, to bring this lower than that price and break through our support level that we see here. Our support level that we see here is 1988. If the bears are able to do that, obviously they're already dominating this by having it below the 50-day moving average, which our 50-day moving average is 2035. And if 1988 gets broken through, this is just moving further away from the 50-day moving average in a downward direction, and then the bears are on their way to hitting newer lows and newer support levels. The next support level here that we see is 1985. It's not that big of a difference when it comes to cents, but that's another point of reference that if both of those get broken through, this will see newer lows. And even if the bulls reappear, they need to come in hefty and strong to even get close to this resistance level of 2033, and then even get to the next level of breaking through the 50-day moving average of 2035. So if this support level gets broken through, the bears are already dominating this. They're already in control of this stock, and by doing so, I'd emphasize to every investor to pay very close attention to how this stock is reacting. Once 1988 is broken through, how quickly is it moving to newer lows, or is it moving sideways, and are the bulls even trying to reappear? As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell by turning on all notifications to not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button and let me know you watched this video. At the end of this video, there's a pop-up video. It should be popping up soon, and just to summarize it, I talk about the S&P 500 and how within the S&P 500 index, there are certain dates that the Federal Reserve is scheduling pumps for the market. And the S&P 500 usually rises several points. Well, what's good about the S&P 500 rising several points? Well, there are 500 ticker symbols to choose from that are rising with it. And where I'm trying to get to the catch of all of it is that there are ticker symbols moving and rising with profits of 30 cents upwards to $3 and maybe even more per share due to these pumps. If you buy them at the lows of the week and you sell them on the day to the pump, they're rising up from 30 cents to $3 per share. It's a strategy I've been using while the market was going up and even as it's been going down. And I'm just here to share with many investors the great news that there is an opportunity to make profits due to this, and many people are overlooking it or unaware of it. So check it out. I go into further detail about it. And again, I'm not here to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold. I'm just here to inform and enlighten everyone that there's an opportunity to make profits by maximizing your profits, minimizing your losses, and going ahead and taking advantage of the opportunity for as long as the Federal Reserve is pumping the markets that we know on these scheduled dates. The S&P 500 is usually, it's not generally speaking, or it's not supposedly, or it's guaranteed, right? But usually, for the most part, the S&P 500 is rising several points, and within the S&P 500, there are 500 ticker symbols rising up with it. And like I said, profits are profits, and I know 30 cents to $3 may not sound like a lot, but per share, that does add up. Check out the video. I go into further detail about it, and it's a weekly series. So I don't want you guys to miss out on it, and be aware of it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.